Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fallout London. When we last left, we had just turned in the quest for the Aubane Or quote-unquote whiskey. But don't worry if you missed that episode. It really tastes like piss. Today, I think what we're going to do is just kind of do a little sort of unguided questing. We've seemed to have picked up quite a few quests. Let's take care of a few of them. So, we find ourselves here in Westminster, where we had just left off at the 2 Westminster Chairman pub, where we picked up a coaster. And while we were here, we happened to notice that the good alderman here seems to want to talk to us.
Oh, jolly good. Let us see its magnificence. Splendid. Absolutely sublime. I honestly don't believe my eyes. Here, your tickets. I'll take good care of this charter. I'd put it in a prestigious museum if they weren't all falling apart. That's why I...
All right. Okay. Okay, it doesn't work. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Big Ben just bonged 12 times, but the endgame clock says it's only 1 p.m. It's cool that the Big Ben clock does actually toll on the hour, seemingly, as far as I can tell. But the bongs are wrong. It seems to always bong 12 times. Just a little interesting little thing. Okay, so we picked up, and I'm not exactly sure where we picked this up, but we picked up this miscellaneous quest to catch a ride on the Westminster train line after exploring the crash site. So, unlike the rest of London, here in Westminster, where the rich folk live, the gentry actually do have a fully working underground system. So apparently we need to go check it out. Let's do that. Now that's actually kind of a long walk. Let's not walk. I'm sort of curious.
One more in a hurry. An important meeting, perhaps?
I'm sort of curious if there's anything down here in the crash site to look at. Or find. So that whole area is an invisible wall. Free stuff. Calling card. What's this? Smythe. Of course it is Smythe. Making London safer since 2187. Meet Smythe in their office at the Palace of Westminster. No, I don't think we'll be doing that. 2187. So, Smythe has been in office for 50 years. Well, a Smythe has been in office for 50 years. A lot longer than that, actually. What is this? I have definitely never seen this area before. What the? Resident?
What can I get you? Take a look.
It is just a typical bar.
Enjoy.
But neat that it's here. Bartholomew Augustus Royal the Sixth.
Hello, old chap. Another wonderful day in Westminster, eh? You mean those blokes living in a fairy tale world?
Yeah, that's
I'm
them.
a knight of the Round Table. I slay dragons and protect the realm. I mean, honestly. Pardon my we let them carry on their charade until it now they run around the woods somewhere playing dress-up. Good riddance. Oh, you mean the literal fascists? Yes, I dare say I do have an opinion or two about those lunatics. Eve Varney and her Reich are the scum of the wastes. They would love nothing more than to see beautiful Westminster reduced to ash. Luckily for us, they're nothing more than uneducated, malnourished trash that can't get organized enough for a picnic. If you ask me,
So, they don't talk a whole lot in this game about the fifth column's agenda until you actually start working with the fifth column. But in this case, Bartholomew here is actually correct. The fifth column, I'm not sure it's right to call them fascists. They're actually anarchists. So it's not so much that they want to burn down Westminster. They want to burn down all of London. So that is why we will not be working with them.
Let me see. Oh, yes. I was on safari in the home counties. A hunting party, you see. We were trekking through the tall grass, and the servants were growing weary from carrying our equipment. So we decided to take a short rest for a spot of tea. Suddenly, we heard a rustling in the tall grass. We all stopped and looked at what the commotion was. Rah! A rat badger popped out. I shit myself. Not then, you idiot! Just now, when I said rah.
Gross.
Ho, ho, ho. A bit of a joke. Us gentry aren't all stuffed shirts. We'll... Ah, yes. Anyway. Indeed.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, so this is all invisible walled. You absolutely cannot get down into there. I assume that's deliberate because it doesn't look like it'd be easy to get back out again. An armor workbench. No idea what that's doing there. Huh.
I do hope Father
Neat.
is proud of me.
Regent Street.
I just leave that rubbish behind.
Okay, where do we need to go? We need to go this direction. There's probably no need to have a gun out here in Westminster. look cool. Yeah, this should be the way. Oh, the red works too. That's nice looking. Okay, so this place in real life is a bit bigger than what it is here. But this is one of those places that has a name that is not pronounced the same way it's spelled. To us Americans who don't know how the hell to pronounce that, it's pronounced Grosvenor Square. Come on. These are all just generic residents. Generic resident. Oh, rapeseed. That's worth having, though.
What's that smell? Oh, it's you.
Okay.
There once was a man from Dover who quite liked to... I forgot the rest.
Bend over.
Found you!
Whoa. What the?
Right. You're finished.
I serve my liege.
Ah! For the monarchy!
And go back to where you came from.
Wow. Didn't expect this attack to happen.
Aim better next time.
Oh, you, sir, have a fantastic hat. Come on.
Good grief!
Don't think I've ever seen Cavaliers before. That's a new one on me.
Well, I tried.
No two ways around it. It's fight
Oh,
time.
hello. Where did you come from?
Jury check. Anyone hurt? No?
Mutant Slayers does 50% more damage against Gehennas. Gehennas are pretty uncommon in this game. I mean, that's a pretty butch legendary.
Just me?
50% more damage is not nothing. You don't run into a whole lot of Gehennas in this game. But they are nasty when you do run into them.
My goodness!
Oh, here we go.
Don't know what you want, but I'm busy.
You don't appear to be busy.
Careful now. You wouldn't want to make a mess.
What the hell? Oh, it turns pound coins into tickets. That's interesting. I've never seen these machines before. Huh. Okay.
Maybe I'll visit outside the walls sometime.
I've seen one of
See
those
how the
before.
other half live.
Oh, the memories.
Okay, that goes down. And this also goes down. And the escalators actually work. I am surprised to see that. Okay, now. Catch a ride on the Westminster train line after exploring the crash site. Well, we didn't exactly do that. Does beg the obvious question, though. I have been told that these underground lines are completely spec'd out. Like, every station is really here. They're really connected. You can actually walk between them. But I've never actually tried it. Sure looks like it's true, though.
I do hope Father's proud
Yeah,
of
now
me.
all of a sudden we're at Piccadilly. Interesting. That is pretty cool, actually. Okay.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
Why is this train map special? The others weren't. Huh.
People have a negative attitude. That's what's stopping them.
Tommy's. And of course you have to pay to get out, which is kind of BS. Assuming one of these actually works.
God save our gracious Queen, long
Yeah, here we go.
live our noble Queen.
Yeah?
Huh?
A tea vendor.
Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
Okay, and we come out in Piccadilly Circus. Nice. Never been to Piccadilly Circus. But I hear that the reproduction of it here in the game is pretty good. Okay. Next up. No, we're not meeting Smythe. That's not a quest we're gonna do. Nope, we're not doing Smythe. The Roundels. I don't really want to do HMS Dredge. That's for the Vagabonds. So is the train job... Arms Race. Oh, that is also a Vagabond's quest. As is that. Yeah, maybe we'll go on to... Okay. Let's go ahead and get the tour, even though we know it's a total scam. South, what direction is that? Southeast. Yeah, that way. Okay. Even though we know it's a total scam, because everyone in Fallout games that offers tours always
I'm in touch
are.
with humanity.
And I'm assuming this checkpoint is not real. No, I don't think it is. No, that cannot actually be activated. Chemistry station. That's an odd place for a chemistry station. And this person can't even be interacted with. What the hell? That's weird.
Life at the top is immensely satisfying.
All right, Alexandra, give us the tour.
Oh, it's you again. You after those directions, miss?
I suppose so.
I'd be delighted to tell you everything about it for the very modest sum. You know what? I'll do you a favor because I like your style. But, don't go around and tell anyone, alright? It'd be bad for business.
You know, I know a little boy that looks just like you. Odd, isn't it?
Yeah?
Okay, there she goes.
First of all, this is the Admiralty Yard. Same as it was back before the bombs fell, except for the blast gate, that is. First of all, this is the Admiralty Yard. Same as it was back before the bombs fell, except for the blast gate, that is. Back in the day, Admiralty Arch used to play an important role on ceremonial occasions, with processions such as royal weddings, funerals, coronations, and all that sort of thing. Now the only processions that take place are either food or just refugees trying to escape everything outside the walls. It's basically a glorified backdoor into Westminster. It's sad, really. Anyways, follow along. The next one is just up here.
I do hope Father is proud of me.
He's not.
I know you pride yourself in over-encumbrance, but that is proper rubbish.
Where'd she go? Oh, there she is.
What's that smell? Oh, it's you.
Welcome, welcome! Oh, the grand old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. Duke of York column. The Duke is remembered in the children's nursery rhyme, The Grand Old Duke of York. Not the biggest item of interest here. But if you climb up those stairs where that column is, and if you follow the plaza all the way through, you'll eventually bump into the wall again where Piccadilly Circus with the Era statue is. Before you get excited, Piccadilly Circus ain't got no animals. It isn't that type of circus. It's a circus because it's circular. It's famous for its huge advertisement signs, different displays, and the Eris fountain located in the middle of it. Piccadilly Circus offers a variety of cinemas, theaters, shops, and restaurants, including famous traditional English pubs. Everything you need, and more. On from that is the big scrapyard. That bit isn't as glamorous, though, but hey, the shit's gotta go somewhere, am I right? Right! Next stop is just over the road. Come on!
I didn't think this tour would actually be this good. Usually when you get the tour from the little boy in, whatchamacallit, the, Bunker Hill in
See
Fallout
that
4,
flat
it's a
area?
total scam.
That's Horse Guards Parade. It's a large parade ground off Whitehall. It is the size of the old ceremonies of Trooping the Colour, which commemorated the monarch's official birthday. Huh, Lucky Cow used to get 2 of them. Imagine! Double the presents! Now, if you follow Horse Guard Road at the edge of it here and then left to Downing Street, and you'll find the government at number 10. Still the same cesspool it's always been. Lots to say, but nothing happens. Facta non verba, am I right? Okay, so sorry if I point a lot, but it's quite a trek and I've got little legs. But yeah, if you go all the way down instead and then down Great George Street on the left, that's where Westminster Palace is. That's where all the important decisions are made, but the guards never let anyone in. Guess it's good for telling the time, but not much else. Last one is coming up! Tally-ho!
And 10 Downing Street actually is a place in this game that you can eventually get into and meet the Prime Minister.
To the left here is St. James's Park. Technically the oldest royal park at the heart of ceremonial London. Needs a trim, has fishes in the lake, and lots of peacocks for some reason. Enough said. Now, down there is the most humbling mystery of London. Buckingham Palace. God save the Queen. Is she in? Is she dead? Nobody knows. Don't try knocking on the door, though. The royal guards don't like it. And don't fuck about on the fence, neither. But yeah, past that to the right is Green Park, where most of our crops come from. And then the Marble Arch, and then Hyde Park. Hyde Park tends to be where the gentry hold events when they get tired of twiddling their thumbs. It's got some fancy Camelot jousting event going at the moment. And
Does
that's
it
all I
now?
got, miss. Totally optional, but if you fancy giving me a tip, please do. Hey, thanks a lot. I'm going to scuttle back to the main gate.
Okay, that is interesting. A Camelot jousting tournament, you say? I'm interested. And for the record, yes, the queen is in, and no, she's not dead. Technically. Buckingham Palace. I'm going to take an educated guess at that jousting tournament's down here somewhere. I don't actually know that for a fact.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
Can't believe you actually found that charter for Middleton. That must have been an headache. What's the gadget you got there? Looks expensive.
Okay, you're not helpful.
I presume you're thinking what I'm thinking?
I doubt it. Okay, we've been down this street already. So let's go somewhere else.
If I see one more up-and-comer peasant, I'll go mad.
Parliament Square. Alright. Well, this feels a bit like aimless wandering, and that's kind of a waste of time, so let's not do that. Alright. We can check in with Sid later and see if that quest is still bugged. Okay, let's go to Cambridge. Actually, no. Let's go to London. Okay. Alrighty. Here's our guy.
Since working with Sean's a lost cause, we might as well use this place for our little racket. I mean, confiscations. It's something for your help. I'll admit, I ain't really a trader, but you want anything? Yeah, I just got a bunch.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Why does an expired syringe scrap to nuclear material? What was in that syringe? Nothing I'm desperate to have, though. Okay.
I can find a rubbish bin for you.
Okay, so that was all we had to do for that. Okay, so that's the Hackney checkpoint, so let's just go to Hackney. Okay. think this is going to eat. Oh, no, it does. Okay, this does go through.
Let's make this one guy. Some blood got on my suit. I'll need a moment.
Residence. Okay, yep, that's all of them.
What have we done to incur nature's wrath? Out of every altercation I've had in my life, that was the most terrifying.
Okay, we got Tim's supplies. Okay. I'm honestly not sure why Tim couldn't get those supplies himself. It's not like the Dryads were, like, that big a deal. There were a handful of them, and they're not hard to deal with.
Watch where you properly fitted, you numpty.
If you're returning, it's either for another round of my quirkiness, or you managed to get my stuff back. A or B? Fantastic! All wrapped up in a nice little package, just like I left them. Thanks again.
What is that dreadful stench? And how can we put an end to it?
Huh. Thought there'd be more to that quest, actually. That's pretty simple. Okay. Next up. The Zayton Blaster. Where was that? I think that's actually in a different zone. Place the Cthulhu dolls. That quest isn't here. That's weird. That's back in the regular London Overworld map. That doesn't seem right. The Zayton Blaster's not here either. It's back in Westminster. That's a bit odd. Okay, I don't want to meet Smythe. So, let's look into Kingsley. Okay. Now then, Wandsworth. Oh, that's way down south. Okay. Okay. So, fortunately, since this tennis museum is also a settlement, oops, come on, close that. Okay.
Life at the top is immensely satisfying.
Right to the lion's den. Another successful violent.
Thanks for not helping there, Arthur. Appreciate that.
Whoever's hiding from us, stay there.
Whoever's hiding from us, stay there. Cute. Okay. Well, we picked up a bunch of Mirelurk eggs. That's always nice. Oh, and there's even more of them. So it stands to reason, obviously, we're going to run into some Mirelurks any second now.
Confused back in Westminster. Suppose people do this for fun.
Okay.
People have a negative... You see that? Beautiful. Even after Armageddon, the countryside never ceases to amaze. 2 nuclear bombs hit London directly. The first hit what is now called the Blight, near Newham and Greenwich. That was enough to kill nearly all of the population. The second landed right here, in this lake. It's a miracle it didn't detonate. But miracles don't last. The bomb's still down there, undetonated. We must render the detonation mechanism inoperable. If we do this, you shall receive your exemption. Anything could set it off down there. A sunken paddle boat, an earthquake, a restless fish. No. It's simply too dangerous to be left in the hands of fate. If it goes off, it'll be as if London never recovered from that dreadful day all those years ago. As I said, my job is to ensure problems in the wastes don't become problems. A nuclear warhead detonating a few miles away would cause a fair few problems, I'd say.
Nah, just ignore it. The problem will go away.
Perhaps another time. I've studied the theory, but it would be a death sentence for either of us to go down there.
No
We could
kidding.
send down a commuter or a Thamesfolk, but I don't trust anyone other than myself to do this successfully. One wrong move and London is finished. So that leaves my good friend, Kingsley II. Kingsley II is a robot. He's a waterproof model, so the only danger down there for him is rust. But he'll be done long before that happens. As you can see, he's absent from our little meet and greet, captured by some unruly locals. There are 2 things I need you to do for me. To understand why, I will recount my first attempt at conducting this operation. I had everything all set up and ready to go. Kingsley II was just about to submerge when a crowd of locals, Thamesfolk, marched in with their pitchforks. Somehow, they also knew about the existence of the bomb. How they came across this classified information, I do not know. Anyway, they carried off Kingsley II like some maiden in distress, and said if I ever returned, they'd shoot on sight.
So, wait a minute. This guy's pretty stupid, isn't he? On one hand, he says that the only people that could possibly go down there under the water and survive would be the Thamesfolk.
Much to think about, yes.
And then in the second hand, he asks, how could they possibly know there's a bomb down there? They're Thamesfolk. They could just walk down to it and see it.
First, I need you to get back Kingsley II before they scrap him for parts. If you can make them see reason, do so. Their leader, I'd go and get him myself, had they not promised to shoot me on sight. At least you'll begin. Second, I need someone to watch my back while I perform this maneuver. My attention must be fully focused on defusing the bomb. Good. Here's the...
Okay. So there's Kingsley II. Wandsworth Pindar. Okay, and there's Camelot's main gate. So I think what we're going to do is go see if the main gate has any... no. We can walk there. Has any quest for us now, or if they're still saying nope, nothing yet. And while we're passing by, why can't I fill up
I just heard a
containers in
noise.
this?
A very bad noise.
Oh, foxes. Like, why are there bad guys? Oh, they went away. Why can't I fill up... Why can't I fill up containers in this water?
Anything to avoid needless combat.
This one can open. Oh, hello.
I'd just leave that rubbish behind if I
I believe
were
that
you.
leaves us with 3 more Cthulhus to get. Oh, hello. Come on. Where's the hot spot? There it is.
Help!
Oh, bloat mother. the guy that was over here is not here anymore.
Hail, mate!
Door's still barred.
Hail and well met. You stand before the gates of Albion, stranger. What brings you here? Certainly. What would you like to know? Our driving principle is to restore democracy to London, and to all of Britain if we can.
That's why we're interested
run
in
out
them.
of Westminster is a sham, set up purely to serve the ruling gentry.
Yep.
We aim to overthrow it, and to restore free and fair elections to all citizens of London. Arthur is our leader, yet he is but one among equals at the Round Table. True democracy means power should not rest with a single individual. Arthur is pretty awesome, though.
And don't let the whole Camelot thing fool you. These guys are not crazy. They really do want to bring back democracy. They are the good guys.
You think we should be somewhere more central? Truth is, we used to be, till the Tommies drove us out. Camelot was started about 10 years ago in Eastminster by Arthur and Merlin. We used to have a lot of support in the centre back then. But the protests we organised got stamped down hard by the Tommies. It turned to riots, and we were forced out. Since then, we set up here. We have a lot of support from the settlements in the area, and we're... See, what we've had to accept since being driven out of the city is that peaceful protest isn't enough. Westminster isn't going down. Thus, we have... Sure. Normally, we would welcome all allies to democracy with open arms. But right now, we have a lockdown on. Return when it has passed, and we can look at getting you initiated.
Okay, well, this is progress. At least they're telling us why we can't get in now.
We're on a temporary lockdown due to one of the unfortunate side effects of having... Usually, it's a false alarm. You're pretty far from the job centre, fellow, though. There's a band of troubadours who fly the Camelot banner. They're soon to commence their grand tour of London, but they're still loitering around Camelot territory for now. Maybe they'll have a use for an enterprising fellow like you. Here's their location. Very well. Have a good day.
Well, this is technically a Camelot quest, so we are going to do that. And both of those are pretty close together. So let's just see if we can do them both. Our hour is almost up, so we'll try and do what we can here before we completely run out of time.
I hope, thank God, it's a false alarm. Not to interrupt your regularly scheduled wandering, but I ain't. Good God, what are you doing?
Still
I got him
alive.
Get away.
Shoulder wound.
Let us fight them on the beaches.
Oh, okay. Apparently we need to go here. Chain home radar. I have no idea what this place is. What is this?
Let me show you what true pain feels like.
You hear that?
You're dead!
What was that?
I'm not quite used to emerging victorious from things.
Open fire!
Who's out there?
I do back into the fire, I suppose.
Just getting warmed up over here.
My old bones can't handle too much of this. Literally, I can feel them rattling.
Ah, okay. We got a, we got a new record. Okay, where? How do you... There's no other doors out of here. Is there? No, but there is that. How do you legally get up from down here?
Go there!
Fighting now! You did very well there, my friend.
Someone there.
Okay. And once again, my eyesight is garbage, and I just cannot read those letters. They are way too small. Okay, and then we get bored of that, and then we just say, okay, enough is enough. Thank you very much. Nothing really particularly interesting in the terminal. Huh. Don't really know. I don't really know why it looked like we had a quest marker to come down here.
Everything's starting to sound like footsteps these days.
Shit! Lost something feels strange. And it's not my rotting innards. Bother. Let me get my pistol. Tremble at the sight of the mountain. Tremble at the sight of the mountain. Remember, aim for the head, 5 round round. I'm all ready, but I was just getting warmed up. Now, fight.
Run out of bullets eventually.
No, I won't. Interesting.
Blasted be whoever's doing this to us.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
My old bones can't handle too much of this. Literally, I can feel them rattling.
You'll never find that corpse in that overgrowth. Alright. Well, we didn't end up making it to either of those 2 quests. So I think we'll call it a part right here. And we might circle back around to this location next time. But until we meet again, I'm Alan. This has been Fallout London. Thank you very much, and goodbye.